Greetings and salutations. David Duford here with another coronavirus final expense carrier update. I just got word that the Royal Neighbors of America final expense product is being modified as of very soon from now in order to address some of the concerns around COVID-19 and coronavirus with our prospects. So specifically, what I'm reading on the list here, we've got the final expense product maximum age lowering from 85 to 80. The graded death benefit option is completely eliminated, and there will be a COVID questionnaire at the start of the application. So what does this all mean? It basically means that we need to retool if you're using Royal Neighbors in any sort of fashion in selling final expense, whether you sell over the phone or face-to-face. So based on what I'm reading here, the biggest suggestions I would look at or have you consider, especially if you're selling over the phone, is you're going to need a carrier that covers over 80. A lot of the verbal authorization processes do not do anything over the age of 80. A few do, such as Trinity Family Benefit, but that's in a limited amount of states. I would also give consideration to Security National Life as a possible product to pick up to replace what Royal Neighbors does. The reason being is that they go all the way up to 90 and below, of course. So they will be a suitable replacement for that kind of older style business as you run into it. The other thing to consider too is what about the graded death benefit option? It's pretty useful at times for some people. Good alternatives to that I would say include Prosperity Life has a true graded plan very similar to Royal Neighbors. And then also you should really consider picking up Liberty Bankers Life as well. They cover so many conditions that are typically graded with a Royal Neighbors or a Prosperity, such as COPD, heart history issues, also things like insulin use, lupus, multiple sclerosis, etc. It's a really good product that makes a lot of sense. So, and then as far as what the COVID questionnaire is going to state, I'm not exactly sure, but this is kind of becoming a trend. So in summary, Royal Neighbors is changing their application along with two other carriers that have made notice, Transamerica, as well as Nassau Re or Phoenix Life, which aren't really big players in the industry anymore, at least in final expense. So should you be concerned? Again, this allows me to get up here and beat the drum on being independent. I'm not the least bit concerned. I've got plenty of other options to deal with when it comes to final expense carriers. Remember, we do operate in a free market for the most part. And essentially what that means is that as carriers tighten up, there may be carriers that also say, hey, look, we might have a market opportunity by doing business with this age group that all these carriers are turning down and making it easier for the agent. So right now, most carriers haven't made changes. Doesn't mean they won't in the future. But understand that there's no guarantees and there's no exact process that every carrier follows. Everybody has kind of a different perspective on things. So as long as you stay loose and you're also an independent agent, you're never going to find yourself stuck against the wall where you don't have options. So that's a good thing. David Duford here at davidduford.com. If you want to learn more about joining my agency, simply go to davidduford.com and click the Join Dave's Agency. Thanks for watching. See you.